What's up, guys? It is Monday, June 12th. It's 11:11 a.m. and this is the crypto newsletter. So first off, we're going to cover some house announcements and then we'll get into the news. So first off, Flare drop is happening this week in T-minus 2 days and 22 hours. And one of the main reasons why I did the XLM to Flare swap as well, it's the move to accumulate as much Flare as possible at these levels, I believe. And my goal was a certain amount of Flare in the long run. So what I did was I converted enough coins of coins that I had in my portfolio into Flare to reach my long run end goal now. So now going forward, any monthly airdrop will be used for three main things: to accumulate those sacrifice coins back, number one. Number two, after accumulating those coins back, to invest in other blue chip coins and add on to my stacks. Then number three, house money for day trading and investments in precious metals and monthly living expenses or monthly self rewards. And it is actually the second, third, and fourth week of the month when those snapshots are taken for the Flare drop balance. I originally said it was the first 3 weeks, so it's the remaining 3 weeks of the month. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew the method behind the madness for this. Then also as well too, we have a big week. Monday today, we have the deadline for Binance and Binance US to respond to the SEC government application for a temporary restraining order. Also, we have, I believe, tomorrow, or it's either today or tomorrow for that deadline. But we have the Xinfin documents released tomorrow, CPI data released. The SEC must respond to Coinbase requests for rulemaking and like guidelines for classifying digital assets. The House Financial Subcommittee on Digital Assets hearing, 2 p.m. And then comments closed on the SEC exchange definition proposal. Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting, U.S. rate decision. Then Thursday, we got retail sales, jobless claims, ECB rate decision. Then Friday. So we have some macro news and events happening this week, as well as some crypto specific news happening this week as well too on the regulatory front. So I wanted to make sure you guys are up to date with that. Then also as well, there's a new template for Stargate VIP members. It includes the most recent fib forecaster and bonus indicator revisions and the new SS Stargate buy and sell indicator. So that's this chart template. I'm going to do a tutorial video on this today, as well as a tutorial video on the Stargate simple strategy, what that entails and how to set up the alerts to send to you as a text message so you never miss any buy or sell actions for any coins within your holdings. And I'll also run through a tutorial video on the 7G StarGate multi-signals indicator. So we're going to run through all that. Also, if you're a VIP member and you did not book yet your one-on-one, make sure you do that for this week to get caught up to speed, catch up, and everything like that. So now let's dive into the news. So we have this. So this is Flare. That was just a little reminder on that. But XRP, created to replace banks, but people forget the potential. So XRP, the digital asset designed to revolutionize finance, is reshaping the financial landscape by challenging the traditional banking system and offering fee-free transactions that empower individuals and businesses. In an era where banking has been dominated by central institutions, XRP emerges as a disruptive force that redefines the role of banks. Built on the foundation of blockchain technology, XRP introduces a decentralized financial network that operates without the need for intermediaries. By leveraging the power of distributed ledger technology, XRP aims to replace the traditional banking system and enable peer-to-peer transactions that are faster, more efficient, and cost-effective. So one of the key advantages of XRP is the ability to provide fee-free transactions, revolutionizing the way individuals and businesses send and receive money. And unlike traditional banking methods that involve significant fees and lengthy processing times, XRP enables instant and borderless transfers without incurring high costs. By eliminating fees, XRP empowers individuals to have greater control over their financial transactions and resources, driving financial inclusion and promoting economic empowerment. The impact of XRP goes beyond individual transactions, represents the future of finance, where decentralized networks and digital assets play a central role in shaping the financial landscape. XRP's disruptive technology challenges the traditional banking system by offering a viable alternative that prioritizes efficiency, transparency, and accessibility. As more individuals and businesses embrace the benefits of XRP, the financial ecosystem undergoes a transformative shift, paving the way for a more inclusive and user-centric financial future. In conclusion, XRP is leading the charge in revolutionizing finance by replacing banks and introducing fee-free transactions. Its disruptive potential lies in the ability to empower individuals and businesses, giving them greater freedom and control. with its decentralized nature, efficiency, and commitment to financial inclusion, it's reshaping the future of finance. So there was this whole long thread that this guy did on XRP and how people are forgetting that the real kind of use case for XRP was to be a better Bitcoin. It said right here, it was created to be a better Bitcoin for peer-to-peer transactions for people, not banks. And with features like the decentralized exchange, its initial vision was to enable people to break free of the walled gardens of financial networks like credit cards, banks, PayPal, and other institutions that restrict access with fees, charges for currency exchanges, and processing delays. This was back in 2013, so Ripple credit system could help or harm Bitcoin. So even though Ripple later decided to focus on the banking system and cross-border payments, they didn't do that to help banks and financial institutions. They did it to create a level playing field for the small banks and destroy the SWIFT cartel owned by the big ones. So it goes into it all. And then David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, had said, I 100% agree with this thread. Awesome description. So it's good to know that he hit the nail on the head with this. And it's kind of a alternative form of viewing XRP. The main message has been to partner with the banks, and they're working with the banks, but in reality, they set out to be a better Bitcoin for peer-to-peer transactions. So now let's go to the next thing, because we have the weekly waffle of Ripple effect. So this is head of research at Uphold. I'm not going to comment on the SEC, the Hinman emails, all the rumors and speculations. Hell, I won't even mention the legal bowl of noodles around the securities question. I'm not a lawyer, and frankly, I don't care. But this week will be all about Ripple and XRP. It'll be somewhat hypocritical not to comment on the subject, given the support that Uphold has shown for XRP over the years. So let's keep going down. Crypto was born out of the desire to make the world a fairer place. Projects like Cardano, Chorus, or Mobile World Token stands tall as crypto for good in a morass of greed and speculation by financially illiterate crypto bros and Wall Street veterans alike. I'm not too fond of money, to be honest. It brings out the worst in people, but crypto can do a lot to make money less concentrated in the hands of the few or manipulated by the interest of oligopolies. Crypto can do good. So let's keep going down. So as part of the XRP community still believes that XRP was created for banks or to help institutions, especially for CbdCs and cross-border payments, which are still ridiculously inefficient. I don't think CbdC will ever work on a blockchain like Ripple. The programmability and privacy questions are simply too big, and XRP isn't the best option. However, banks and payments weren't part of Ripple's original vision, which was to destroy bank monopolies and facilitate disintermediation. Their initial vision was to enable people to break free of the walled gardens, like I just had read before. So Ripple mentioned this on their website in 2013. We had went through that. So confidence in Bitcoin's centralized exchanges, especially wobbly following a series of hacking incidents last year, and a larger problem looms the specter of government regulation. If any country decides to outlaw Bitcoin, bearing down on the exchanges will be the easiest way to do it. And that's what we're seeing in the US. Only a handful of people have outlawed crypto, but Ripple's 2013 point is valid. Depending on exchanges isn't part of the original CryptoPunk ideal. That's why Uphold isn't an exchange, but a transparent platform that allows trading across exchanges and, more importantly, decentralized venues. Our new institutional platform is live and clients love it, especially because they can trade on a decentralized exchange via a trusted name. So we keep going. So, okay, Ripple had a vision that went beyond anything we've seen in crypto back in 2013. It was first viable answer as Bitcoin. Bitcoin was then a store of value, with the inflation narrative emerging only slowly. 2013 was the year we became aware that the 21 million cap argument is actually a bug, not a feature. Ripple allows individuals to create credit and disperse it to people within a peer-to-peer social network. The design pans out, the credit created in Ripple could itself become a new form of digital currency and the first formidable competition for Bitcoin. So it goes back even further. Ripple's OG concept predates Bitcoin and was first implemented by Ryan Fugger. His idea was to create a way for people to extend credit to strangers through the people they already knew. For example, if I trust Alice, who trusts Bob, I can offer my credit to Bob in an agreement backed by Alice. So the goal was to create a system of debt money without artificially imposed scarcity. So what Ripple is designed to do is to get rid of the need for money to settle debts, because debts can be canceled out against each other. So if I send you an IOU for 10, then you send me an IOU for 10, then we don't need to settle anything because our debt will just cancel out. So a lot has changed since then. Although the architecture of Ripple will be conceptually similar to that of Bitcoin, but design will consume much less electricity than Bitcoin and will be able to conduct transactions over the course of seconds rather than minutes. And if we keep going down, crypto has always been about making our world a fairer place, not dominated by big corporations and oligopolies. It has always been about use cases from personal identity, medical records, clinical trials, supply chain management, charity, and giving the underprivileged access to the tools of the wealthy. With all the fun and speculation, the rumors, and the professions of eternal love for America, Jesus, and XRP, I like to remind myself that ultimately this isn't about legal definitions, corruptions, tribal allegiances, or price targets. It's about fairness, equality, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If we remember that and hold it to be true, then whatever we do will have a ripple effect that will ultimately lead us to the promised land. There we go. So that's the head of research at Uphold. Then we had this morning. So Canada's largest university starts XRP validator and new partnership with Ripple. The partnership between the University of Toronto and Ripple is part of the latter's University Blockchain Research Initiative in Canada. So they're now validator on the XRP ledger, and there's a partnership with them. So the newest partnership helps to grow a program that is already supporting important blockchain and crypto technology research in Canada while providing students with opportunities to acquire technical skills for a crypto native career. There we go. So let's go to the next thing. So UK Central Bank extends CBDC consultation deadline. So they extended it from June 7th to June 30th. So we'll see that at the end of this month, June 30th, that consultation will end. And it's a statement, so allowing citizens to submit their responses to the question of non-residents in the digital pound. The central bank is keen to receive comments on whether or not non-UK residents should have access to the digital pound on the same basis as UK residents. There we go. Then we have this Anthony Welfare. I think he's the head of Cbdc at Ripple. He said how Hong Kong plans to test its digital dollar and $229 billion mortgage market using Ripple's central bank digital currency technology in the XRP ledger. More details on our project with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Two of the pilot participants, Fubon Bank Hong Kong and blockchain solution provider Ripple, will examine the EHKD's use in residential mortgage loans, which accounted for a fifth of the banking sector's loan book in April. The pilot project will look at potentially giving the e-Hong Kong dollar loans to home buyers in an e-wallet, both online and offline, the pilot participants said. The project aims to turn deed records into digital tokens on the blockchain, helping keep a single source of truth about the deed, which is integrated into the loan approval process. Big money. That's big money. 100%. We're talking about the mortgage market and being Hong Kong. And then what if that spanned across the world? So the tokenization of all value, man, it's huge. And it's only going to happen once. It's only going to happen once, and we're living in it. So Iran and Russia talk crypto cooperation, unveil tools streamlining trade in national currencies. So the two countries are also collaborating on implementing new financial instruments, facilitating bilateral trade in their national fiats. So we keep going down here. So new financial tool to facilitate payments in national currencies. At an event held by Iran's and Russia's largest banks, a new financial tool was unveiled, a banking guarantee letter used alongside another tool, the domestic letter of credit. This instrument can help streamline trade in the currencies of the two nations, the ruble and the rial. These tools have the potential to redefine bilateral trade using national currencies. It's a significant step forward in the cooperation between Iran and Russia. And the Islamic Republic of Iran and the Russian Federation, both facing international sanctions, have been exploring ways to circumvent financial restrictions. And Russian authorities are still considering whether to legalize crypto payments in cross-border settlements. Iran already placed its first official import order with crypto in August last year. And in May of this year, Iran's trade promotion organization announced the establishment of a platform allowing businesses to pay with crypto abroad. There we go. And then we had this tweet. So literally everything he touches files like FTX. No big cap took a greater hit than Algo, down 97% from his shill originally. On the contrary, XRP dumped 50% on lawsuit news, but rallied 10x in the following 3 months. Crazy, right? So on the lawsuit, on the delisting, it fell 50%, but then it rallied 10x over 90 days. This is why I let the market zoom out, stay rational, 100%. Couldn't have summed it up better. And then we have this to go along with that. He said, thank you for the alt to Bitcoin bottom, Gary. If history rhymes 3 to 4 months from now, just like the last tweet had said, in 90 days, a 10x. He said 3 to 4 months from now, prices should be up 10x. Just waiting for Bitcoin to bottom, still patient. There we go. So it's kind of everything that we've been saying, that this year was going to be a crazy year for altcoins, going to reach back at the all-time highs, as well as I believe this is a scare event. We're very close to the bottom. Bitcoin just needs to bottom, stay stable, rally back up. Dollar needs to roll over, and it's likely this will pan out in the next 90 to 120 days. On God. So prepare for this because it will happen fast and you won't see it coming. So crypto crackdown adds urgencies for U.S. lawmakers to produce regulatory framework this year. So the U.S., I believe, will provide a regulatory framework this year, and it will be a golden swan moment for a select amount of cryptos. So it created more urgency for U.S. lawmakers to come up with a comprehensive regulatory framework by this year because of those lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase. And then we had this, which was Bitcoins have no dividend or potential future dividend, therefore not like a stock. It's more like a collectible or a commodity. That was Satoshi back in 2010. And then there's all this talk about how Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator behind Bitcoin, is actually the NSA and then the equivalent of the NSA in the UK. So if that's the case and they're out saying this, then I would go out and say and put on a limb, if regulations do come and there is some regulatory guidelines moving forward, I would say maybe any proof of stake coins may be considered a crypto security, and that may not be a bad thing, but the proof of stake coins would be like a crypto security, whereas any coin that wasn't proof of stake would be more considered a crypto commodity or a cryptocurrency. So we'll have to see if that prediction pans out. But it could definitely well be the case, given that he's saying that, hey, it's the NSA and then the UK equivalent to that, given that this was one of the replies that Satoshi had said, given kind of the SEC standpoint on staking and that, this and the other thing. Makes sense. So then Venus Protocol faces liquidation on a $150 million BNB loan as a team takes preemptive action. This could definitely cause BNB to tank 50+%. So BNB 100% is on the radar for a massive short if we do have another sell-off here, because I believe it will be a grand slam as far as catching that short. So definitely get some money on the side for that and get ready, because we could be at a moment in the charts for BNB for this to happen and for this to take shape. So if we see like a Department of Justice action against Binance and CZ, then we'll likely see price drop, which will then have the liquidate. It will be a spiral. So definitely keep this on the radar. So that's going to be it for the crypto news today, guys. I will see you in the Discord. Come join it. Link will be in the bio, and I'll see you in the next video.